Hey, it's me, ProJared, and I got invited out to a special hands-on gameplay event in San Francisco with Nintendo to check out some 3DS JRPGs, including both Fire Emblem games. So I was actually able to record myself playing it, and I wanted to give you guys a neat little sneak preview of what's going on. I am playing Fire Emblem Conquest, which means I joined the Nor army, so it starts off with this very pretty cutscene. It kind of sets up the current mission. The mission they had us play was chapter like 10 or 11 or so it's a decent while into the game. And I try to skip over a lot of the plot because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, but if you want to see it, feel free to pause the video and check it out. Anyway, I checked out a lot of the different characters right away. This here is Nyx. Nyx is the new Tharja. She's cool. Niles, also pretty cool, archer dude. Of course, there's Corrin, who's the main hero, which if you've seen the Smash Brothers reveal, can turn into a goddamn dragon. I also made sure to check out all of their different skills and abilities, which they have a lot more variety this time around I've seen compared to Fire Emblem Awakening. Felicia's a very good support character, plus her Iron Dagger actually has range to it, so she can throw it. Elise is your typical healer, but also has a new freeze staff, which can actually stop people where they're standing. Silas didn't have a whole lot to say about him. This is Arthur. Arthur sucks. Look at him. Screw this guy. I knew exactly what I had to do with him, and I did. Here is Effie, one of the generals currently. Odin's another badass dude, another spellcaster. I liked him a lot. Once again, showing you the different skills and abilities that they had. Like he can imprison defeated foes? That's new. Azura's a songstress, so she can sing, which is a lot like the dancer, so she can give someone another turn by singing to them, and it makes them want to do stuff again. So the point of this current mission is that they have the 4 green scares up top, and the enemy's trying to get to it. And I have to stop them from getting there for 11 turns, which is not very easy. So I have to truncate the actual playthrough itself quite a bit. So, because this took me like 50 minutes to do, so I brought it down to a much shorter time. So I did have a plan, though. They had like 3 ways of entries over these rivers. There's straight south with some barricades, a bridge over to the right, and a bridge over on the left. I was just showing the fact that that's a partition, and you can in fact attack and destroy them. So zooming in a little bit, you can see that the enemy is broken for this center right partition. This is one of the new effects they did when you actually go into combat. It actually will zoom in on the map where you are rather than going to a different combat scene. So literally like where you are is exactly what the background will be for the characters, which is really, really neat. Adds in a lot of variety. Yeah, like literally zooms in on that, and that's where you fight. I have Arthur kind of taking point there to be worthless and mostly soak hits while my 2 mages provide backup and blast them a lot. This is Odin doing some damage there. Now there's a couple of special things laying around the map, which I'll get to and show in a little bit. Maybe you saw them already just laying around, but they're really, really cool. I mean, if you can't really tell just from this mission alone, this one does a lot more variety within the different missions to make things far less vanilla as vanilla missions as like compared to say Fire Emblem Awakening. So this one's all about base defense, and there's one of the things here is that there's a ballista set up. Over on the side, there's actually a fire orb set up, and then the southern partition also has a ballista set up. And you can actually have soldiers man these ballistas and shoot at the enemy. But you have to use a certain enemy soldier unit type. For the ballistas, you have to use someone who has the archer skill, and for the fire orbs, you have to use someone who has the tome or spellcasting ability. So there the enemies just broke through the partition. We still have the villages that you can go visit to get special items or bonuses from them. And just constant barrages of enemies. But thankfully, backup shows up. What's up, Selena? Now, all of these ladies who show up are all badass and like some of the better soldiers. Baruka is really, really good. But more importantly, Camilla here just destroys people. Like, she does crazy amount of damage for this time in the game. So whenever Camilla shows up, be sure to use her. And Baruka. Baruka's good too.
Yes.
I didn't get to use Serena as much, I don't remember, or Selena, sorry. But she reminds me a lot of Aversa. Anywho. So they haven't even got through this wall yet, which allows me to just shoot at them over the wall using my archer. Or even the main hero's Dragon Transformation ability also has a ranged attack, so I can really use either or. Also pay attention to the new status screens. Oh wait, hold on, visiting this town. Yes, I'll lock up tight then, thank you. Hot damn, 10,000 gold! That's a lot! Jesus, alright. So this is the Fire Orb. So once you have the spellcast there, you can activate it, and it does a huge AoE blast that damages every enemy there. Boom! Look at that. It just hurts all of them. That's huge, especially for a defense mission like this. The main thing to keep in mind with that, though, is that the ballistas and the fire orbs and all those kind of mounted weaponry cannot kill enemies. They can only damage them down to 1 hit point, which is why I was able to kill this dude with my dancer, and that's why she got 51 experience points for it. Because I think that's funny. This was set to classic permadeath difficulty, but I wasn't trying too hard to keep everyone alive since, you know, it was just a demo and it wasn't my actual game. They have the different viewpoints, of course, so you can actually switch between the D-pad or use the face buttons to speed things up or pause or whatever. This was not my brightest choice over here, as I thought just my Cavalier could hold off a bunch of archers. Turns out he's not really able to do that very well. Thankfully, Nyx is one of my better spellcasters. Yeah. Also pay attention to the new support screens when you look at the bottom. So you can see Odin has backup. Odin's only going to do 2 damage for 100%, but now you can actually see how much damage your support is going to do, and their 2-hit chance. So there's a little bit more information there for you to use.
Whoa, whoa!
Nice level up, Odin. That's a good one. See, the things with the ballistas and the fire orbs is that I wasn't really paying attention. I couldn't figure out how to actually activate them, so I didn't find out until much later. There's also a really other very important thing I discovered with those that no one there at the event actually had an answer to, including the Nintendo representatives themselves, but I figured it out, so I'll let you know when that happens. This actually might be it right here, right? So once again, I'm using the fire orb, and I had this question of like, hey, if you use a ranged weapon like this, does it hurt your allies? And no one had an answer. But I found out. I did some science and I found out for sure, and I'll let you guys know the answer in a little bit here. First off, I'm gonna shoot this dude with my bow. Yeah. Because now that they're weakened and they have that single hole, I can ride in with the main hero, Corrin, and do some Dargon damage. Rawr. Seriously, just way too much damage for what he is. And he has a range attack with it as well. Alright, once again, using the fire orb. I found the fire orb does not do nearly as much damage as the ballistas, but any kind of group damage is still very useful. You can see the current range of it, which is why they had the 3 mounts set up. So I can't even get over there where they probably need it most. But that one dude's already down at 1, so it's not worth shooting them. I'd rather weaken the other group. We'll come back to it. I am going to have Selena come over and back up Silas, since Silas is kind of getting his butt kicked. But he's doing his job. Which again, I don't need to keep everyone alive. I don't need to win the fight. I just need to survive for so many turns. That's all I really need. Choose the different spells and support there. Odin is straight up stuck. Whoops. That's fine. Effie is, reminds me a lot of Kiel from Fire Emblem Awakening, one of the child soldiers. She's badass. Lots of defense. So over here, I was able to get Niles over onto the ballista. You can see the ballista does way more damage. This big group of enemy, bam! Well, I guess it just does more damage since that was a flying unit, but whatever. It's enough for Baruka to get in there with her axe and destroy them. Now, Baruka also has a lunge ability, which is something she learned as a wyvern rider. And that makes it so after attacking, you swap positions with whatever it is you attacked. So whether you defeat him or not, you then take that square, which can provide some very good defensive capabilities. Again, apologies for how much I've had to zoom in, but I had to follow these guidelines. I can only show so much footage here. Just know that things are pretty much going exactly the way I wanted to. Strangely, I didn't seem to find a way to actually speed up the enemy's turn, because before you could like hold the A button and like all their movement and stuff happens way faster, and wasn't really happening in this version. I'm not sure if that was just the demo build I was playing, or if that's how it's going to be in the actual game. I couldn't tell you. I'm going to guess it was just a demo build. We'll see. There's Camilla just crushing. She doesn't even get hurt back. These dudes have shurikens. They're fighting back with shurikens. And she's whatever a malignite is, which is new. Arthur's almost close to dead, and that's fine, because I think he's stupid. If he's slowing down enemies, he's doing exactly what I want him to. He got a stupid smile. Face like that. Yeah, that dude deserves to die. So, whenever I play this game, watch out, Arthur. You're not gonna last very long. You actually missed my priestess there, which is amazing, otherwise she would have died. See, Arthur's dead. Oh, it's so humiliating. Not as humiliating as having you on my team. Womp womp. Also, for the record, I thought, yes, was able to complete it. And that's the first mission. So I'm gonna skip over the story so I don't reveal too much. But yeah, that should give you a taste of what Fire Emblem Birthright and Conquest is going to be like. Much more strategic battles, not as vanilla. Using the blisters and fire orbs is cool. They do hurt your own teammates, so do keep that in mind as you're using them. But either way, these games are going to be great, because of course they are. I'm looking forward to it, and thank you guys for watching.